How's it going, you guys, and welcome to Morning Cup. Now let's talk about the Egyptian mummy parade that just happened, which was, well, rather astonishing considering that it seemed like it was a part of a movie plot, but it was actually reality. Now, ancient mummies of Egyptian royals were moved from their resting place of decades and moved to an all new location, but they weren't just moved. They were paraded through the streets of Cairo, which is Egypt's capital. Now, the parade route took place between the Egyptian Museum and their old location near Tahrir Square to their new home, which is the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization in Egypt's first Islamic capital, Al Fustat. 22 royal mummies as well as 17 sarcophagi were also moved to this new location through this procession. And they were moved along the river Nile, which was accompanied by chariots and horses, which looked like they were essentially traveling the way they traveled way back in the day. A huge commotion, every single aspect of their royal authority being on full display, including everything that they were buried with. So their assets, their gold, jewelries, everything that they had on their being when they were put into their tombs essentially. Now, some of the most famous mummies that were buried were King Ramses II, Seti I, Seknendre, Thutmoses III, but in addition to the four queens, we also had Athos Nefertari, Thiye, Mertamun, and Hesput, one of the most famous queens there ever was. Now, we also understand the fact that these names, by any means of the speculation, a little too hard for us as a modern day civilization to even wrap our heads around. But when we're looking at mummies, we're talking about Egyptian civilizations that were once the end all be all of human civilization. You see, when we look back at the Library of Alexandria, we understand that there was a bigger question at play here. And Egypt at that point in time was the epicenter of all things knowledge that the world had to offer. And even way before that, the essence of a true modern civilization way back in the day that created ginormous structures, that was booming with riches and life, was Egypt. Egypt was the epitome of a kingdom that was, well, the most promising way back in the day. And these kings and queens were a part of that very civilization. And the fact that their remains have been preserved for those many years, and they're still being preserved as we speak today, and they're being preserved in an all new fashion, it's just remarkable to understand that Egyptian people have cultivated and, rest assured, have kept something alive that is the essence of civilization itself, the essence of human civilization, the essence of where modern day societies began. The mummies were first unearthed in the year 1881 at El Dier Al Bahari in Luxor's West Bank, tomb number TT320. 1881 was when they were unearthed. Now we're talking about them being buried way back in the day. 1881 feels like a long time ago for us to understand in the year 2021. But when we talk about when these Egyptian kings and queens were actually put into their tombs, their ultimate resting points, if you will, you can't even comprehend how long ago that was. You see, the conservation process for each mummy is, well, essentially they're put into an oxygen-free, nitrogen-rich capsule. Is essentially to preserve it without damaging it, and the effects of humidity, and especially talking about bacteria, fungi, and insects, everything goes out of the equation when you remove oxygen from the quotient and put in purely nitrogen. So it's a capsule that is only filled with nitrogen, thereby preserving it to the standards of modern technology. And when they're going to be moved to a new location, they're going to be moved into the same environment as the capsule currently is. So when they move from the capsule that they currently are in and move to an all new capsule in the high-tech facility in the new museum, it will still be the same environment for them. So they're not going to be damaged all of a sudden. A sudden change in temperature, a sudden change in humidity, a sudden change in atmospheric pressure and all of that. It's going to be exactly the same environment that they've been preserved in for so long. Accompanying each mummy will also be the belongings that they were discovered alongside with, including their coffins as well as a special CT scan that's going to reveal what is underneath the bandages of these mummies, if you will. And also what the CT scan is going to do is going to show any bone breaks or any fractures that these royals suffered from. Also, many of these could be the reason why they died in the first place. So a new CT scan, a modern day technologically advanced museum, is the best way moving forward to make sure that for the next foreseeable future, these mummies and these ancient remains of civilization itself are preserved to the utmost capabilities that we as human beings currently ascertain. What we also understand is the fact that humanity as a whole owes it all to Egypt, owes it all to the Egyptian culture, owes it all to the Egyptian royals for way back in the day when they went out of their way to show us what true human expression was. You see, Egypt was amongst the first civilizations that gave artists chance, that gave anyone except for soldiers and mercenaries a chance to survive. Artists, expressionists, painters, poets, they were all highly acclaimed in Egyptian culture. And stories of this are told across the spectrum when you look at hieroglyphs in Egyptian pyramids. Also, the sheer significance of the pyramids itself, the civilization behind the pyramids was way more promising than just the pyramids themselves. We understand that Egypt, way back in the day, was the birthplace of modern society. And even though this was way back in the day, till date, we owe it to them to understand that their significance is not ignored. This is me, Monica. See you tomorrow.